Well, everybody's talking about the fact that the game has moved in such a more powerful position, Venus, and I guess you're very much a part of that.
Yes, my dad taught us to play hard. I watched Monica Seles growing up, and she used to hit so hard, and I think she really was the first one to really change the game. And I think Serena and I came along and serving big, hitting fast, running fast. So it's really been a big change in the last 10 years.
Okay, I know we've got some shots of you in various different tournaments around the world, Venus. Yes. But of course, as we said, power is so much a part of the modern game, isn't it? And,
yes, it is.
And variety, do you think, is coming a little bit more back into the modern game as well?
I mean, obviously, you have to have every shot. You want to be able to hit that approach slice. You want to be able to have the touch to hit a drop volley. You want to be able to hit that lob. But with the rackets these days, if you find yourself hitting too soft, you're going to get hurt. So you're going to have to be able to produce some kind of power, or at least have some kind of thing to take someone off the court to be effective.
And here we're seeing you on all the various different surfaces. Are there certain surfaces that take power better than others, do you think?
I mean, obviously grass. It doesn't play as fast as it used to, but the ball does go quicker through the court. And if you find a quicker hard court, some of the hard courts sit up too, but regardless, you have to play your game on every surface.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Elizabeth in New York asked, how do you generate both a powerful and well-placed serve at the same time?
Well, if you're going to have a powerful serve and place it well, first I'll start off aiming where you want to place it, and then add a little bit of spin for control, and continue to use your legs so that way you can get up to the ball, and snap your wrist also so you can bring it back down.
I think that's a good time to take you back to the baseline, and we'll get you to demonstrate some serving technique for us.
My serve is a huge part of my game. I don't know. I rely on it so much, and I'm not sure if I could play without the serve, because that's a completely different game. Yeah. So of course we started out with that service grip. I like to start out on this side. It's a habit. So
you start from the left. That's your favorite side.
I'm a righty, but I start on the left.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so before you start, let's just go through your feet, because a lot of people get confused over where the feet should be on the stance.
Exactly.
So just tell us where yours.
Well, if this feels weird, it's because it is weird. This right foot, if you're right-handed, should not be forward. Put that left foot forward, and what I'd like to say is point it at that pole, that side pole in the net, so that way you're kind of lined up, and that's an easy way to start lining up. On my serve, I kind of go a little bit this way, but I would start out to that pole.
Okay, and the back foot is sort of horizontal to the baseline?
Yes, the back foot will be pretty much horizontal to the baseline. Thank you for that pointer. Okay. And when you start off with the toss, very important part of the serve. If your toss is over here, know where you're going to hit a good serve. It's got to be in the right position. So what I tell myself is put an imaginary kind of box here and kind of work on that toss, getting it in that box every time. You want to start off either holding the hands in your fingertips like so, or maybe holding it in those fingertips like so.
Oh, okay.
Because if it's in your wrist, it's going to get so wristy that you won't have control. But if you hold it here, then you will have the control, and it's most likely to go in the same spot every time.
Okay, so perhaps, did you say 3 fingers, was it?
Ice cream cone.
Oh, ice cream cone.
I like the ice cream cone technique because it feels better. I love soft serve. So yeah, I would recommend that. But you can also hold it in the 3 fingers also. Okay. But this, for me, feels more natural.
Okay, well, Louisa in Teaneck, New Jersey asked, when you throw the ball up in the air to serve, do any words go through your mind to make you hit hard? Do you say hit it hard, or hit the corner, or focus, or even bam? Is there any other personal catchphrase that you have?
How did she know that I say bam? Oh my God. But I don't know.
Do you say bam?
My serve goes big even if I don't want it to, so my arms are long. I just think it's like a whip. I don't know. But for someone who maybe doesn't serve as big, I would recommend really using your legs to get up to it and focus on increasing that racket speed, because that's going to help also.
Okay, well, I think you ought to serve some down.
Okay, I'll serve a few.
Let's get our crash helmets on.
A good serve starts with a good knee bend. So you're going to want to use your legs. And gosh, I don't even know where to start with this serve. So we've got our foot pointed at the post. We got our ice cream cone in our hand. And you're going to start, and with my serve, I rock backwards. So I'm just going to show you my serve in the beginning. My serve is a little more complicated than most. I have a lot of stuff going on because I keep my wrists down, so I have to always make sure my timing's on. You want to hit your toss before it drops. So kind of find that position where you feel like you're fully extended and hit the ball before it drops.
Beautiful.
Thank you. So you want to get that weight going forward, and if you watch me, I rock back. There are some people who do serve like this,
Yeah.
but I do rock back, and watch how it's going to go forward. You really want your weight going forward, and you want to land inside the court. So if you're landing on the line or behind the line, no good. You always want to land every time inside the court. So I'm rocking backward, hitting it at the apex, and landing in the court.
Okay, the other thing I noticed when you serve is your wrist is very loose, isn't it? You kind of almost break the wrist as you go back.
I do break my wrist, and that's just how I serve. And that's just how I serve. So
Okay.
if you decide you want to do this kind of wrist break, you can always look at someone like me or someone like a Pete Sampras. Boris Becker, I think, takes his racket straight up. Serena takes her racket straight up. So depends on whose serve you like. Look at their serve and kind of get some pointers.